Good evening, everyone. My name is Isabella Victoria Wolfe, and I am a third-year undergraduate student at NYU Gallatin, studying language documentation in theory and practice. So for the 2 years I have been studying at Gallatin, my main focus has been on indigenous languages of the Americas, specifically North America, and this was a focus that was derived from my own background as a Mexican American and also learning about the language crisis that continues to affect second language acquisition and child literacy rates around the United States. There are roughly 150 plus indigenous languages spoken across North America, and about 99% of them are considered critically endangered, where there is either a declining rate in native speakers or no native speakers at all. When I first applied to this fellowship, I didn't particularly have any specific research I wanted to explore or a question I was trying to answer. I simply wanted to see the difference between what I was learning in the classroom and what action was being taken to revitalize these languages. Over the summer, I had the pleasure of working with the Language Conservancy, which is a nonprofit organization located in Bloomington, Indiana, that works with Native American and Indigenous communities to help protect and revitalize their heritage language by developing educational resources like e-learning programs, textbooks, dictionaries, vocabulary builders, and other forms of publication for Indigenous communities to use in their schools and universities. Okay. I mainly worked on 3 different language projects alongside a team of linguists. The first was Apsaluge, or also known as Crow of the Siouan language family for Crow Nation. Located in South Central Montana, about 85%, roughly 9,000 of the 12,000 of the enrolled members of the Crow Nation speak Crow as their first language. The second was Cowlitz Salish of the Salishan language family. This tribe is located on the border of Washington and Oregon and has about 2,000 members. Although Cowlitz has been dormant since the 1960s, when the last 2 native speakers passed away and have been trying to revitalize the language for a couple of years now. And the third was Ho-Chunk for Ho-Chunk Nation, also the Siouan language family, which is located across 5 states, Wisconsin, Illinois, Iowa, Minnesota, and Missouri. Although we worked closely with the members residing in Wisconsin. And there's about 7,000 members, only 300 of them have speak Ho-Chunk as their first language, and native speakers are continuously declining every single day. So for Apsaluge and Ho-Chunk, I worked primarily on beta testing the e-learning websites alongside the linguistics team to see if there were any issues within the formatting of the website itself, or if any of the lesson plans needed their coding to be changed within the database before we send the new units off to the new members to be tested. For Ho-Chunk, in addition to beta testing, I briefly edited audio recordings in conjunction with the lesson plans. Towards the end of the summer, TLC's lead linguists for Crow and Ho-Chunk, Bob Rue and Ashley Surma, dear to my heart, were able to visit Crow and Ho-Chunk Nation and have an additional 200 plus audio recordings, which have allowed us to add up to 20 new units for Crow's college track and Ho-Chunk's K-12 track, which is still currently under development. For Cowlitz Salish, the bulk of the work was organizing a lot of lexical data in the online dictionary using a software called TLEX. It's been an ongoing project for many years now that is being continuously built upon as we get more entries. But a lot of the work is marking entries that have faulty audio or editing entries to match their English translation, equivalence, or variants of English. A majority of the audio recordings throughout the Cowlitz Dictionary were archives of the last two native speakers of Cowlitz Salish that were recorded back in 1967 by an American linguist named Dale Kincaid, who notably made a lot of inaccurate conclusions about the language, as many linguists have done in the past, where documenting indigenous languages. And the Cowlitz tribe is actively trying to revitalize the language with such information in mind. The QR code here takes you to the word language in the Cowlitz Dictionary, and in this audio recording is one of the native speakers. As I once said, over the summer, again, thanks to the TLC lead linguists, we were able to upload 20 plus new units for Crow and Ho-Chunk. For Cowlitz, we were able to add and edit around 2,000 entries to the Cowlitz online dictionary, and our newest project is currently in development, which is an e-learning program for the Cowlitz tribe that I, along with the lead linguist, Sam Myers, and the Cowlitz members are editing and beta testing right now. And with that being said, I would like to end with a bit of an anecdote. I learned very quickly in my studies that Indigenous communities and Indigenous people are often studied and mourned as if they are a spectacle in time. I previously mentioned that the QR code, can we go back? The QR code I provided takes you to one of the native speakers of Cowlitz. Although I don't have much information, their names were Lucy Northover James and Emma Northover Mespley. They were sisters and lived most of their lives on the Yakima Reservation. At the time of Kincaid's recording, Lucy was 81 and Emma was 77. And across the 50 years that Cowlitz has been dormant, their voices continue to live and breathe and will now connect them to the younger generation of Cowlitz learners. And now they will all be connected to each and every one of you. So with that being said, thank you.